Hello! Welcome back to N.E.S.T Kids. Today we're going to be doing something a bit different. We're going to be making a treasure map. What you'll need to make a treasure map is a tray or something like a washing up bowl, some coffee and or tea, a kettle and some coloured pens to decorate with. Let's start. What we're going to do is turn a plain piece of paper like this into a piece of paper that looks really old. Wow! And then we're going to make a map with the paper that looks really old. So let's start. The first thing we have to do is get our piece of paper and then scrunch it up into a ball, but then undo it. We're going to make it look all crinkly and old, and then make it once again very flat. The next thing we're going to do is rip along the edge of the paper. So here I am ripping it along the edge. It doesn't have to be neat because it looks old. It's going to look old. There we go. Oh, I'm going to tear along here and down here. Okay, just do that bit. I think we're ready. I think this looks a bit like how a treasure map, the shape of a treasure map. Next step, what we're going to do is get the kettle and boil some water. So I've just boiled this water. It's very hot and I'm going to just pour it into the tray. Oh, the steam. It is boiling hot, so just be careful not to burn yourself. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 tea bags and put them in the tray. And then using a fork, I'm just going to swirl it round a bit. I'm now going to take my coffee and pour a bit into the tray as well. So in that goes, just to pour a bit in. Oh, mine's all stuck at the bottom, but there we go. So I poured that in. So what I'm doing is I'm making the water brown. So just gonna give that a little stir. Let all of the water get into the tea bags and make the water really, really brown. So now I'm gonna take my piece of paper and put it into the water. And I'm just gonna push it down gently, not touching it because it's very hot. Just going to push it down underneath. Can you see how the water's turned brown? You can see. So I'm just going to push that down into it. And I'm going to put the tea bags on top of it as well. And when the paper gets in the water, it can be quite soggy. So you just need to be careful not to rip it apart. So that's that. What I'm also going to do, so I put those tea bags on it. I'm also going to take another tea bag. Oh dear, just put that down. I'm going to take another tea bag and tear it and pour out the tea into the mixture. This is going to help give us some texture onto the piece of paper to make our treasure map, and we'll be like pirates. So I'm just going to put that on it. Now, this is the part where you need to be patient. We now have to wait and let this sit in here for about 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes. It's now been about 15 or 20 minutes since I first put the paper into the tray, and it's ready to come out. It's a bit soggy, but being gentle, I'm just going to take the paper. There, look at that. And what I'm going to do now is just try and let it dry. So I've got this rack from the oven. I'm just going to put it on the oven rack like that. And now you can either just leave it on the table to dry or put it outside in the sunshine, and very soon it will be dry and we can draw on it. So when it's all dry, you can take it off and you'll have a piece of paper like this that looks like it's hundreds of years old. And now we're going to make the treasure map. So here we have our finished piece of paper, and now all we have to do is make it into the treasure map. So the really important thing you need to decide is, where do you want the treasure to be? I think I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to draw a box that's going to have the treasure in. But your treasure can be anything you want it to be. So here's my treasure, and I'm going to colour the inside of the treasure box with yellow because it's going to have lots of gold coins in. There we go. So my start point for the treasure map is going to be over here. I'm going to write start on it. When you do it, you can make it however you want. And in the way between the start and the treasure, there's going to be lots of obstacles to overcome. I'm going to put a big volcano here. Do you remember when we learnt about the structure of the earth? And we learnt about volcanoes. Well, here I'm going to put a volcano, and I'm going to put the lava coming out. And there's going to be a big lake of lava here. There we go. And I'm going to put over here, there's going to be a big forest with lots of trees in it. Oh dear. This is going to be the forest. And I'm going to do a river going all the way through to here. That's the river. What else am I going to put on it? You could put anything. You could do a waterfall, or you could do a castle. Shall we put a castle on? Let's put a castle on our treasure map. You could even make the treasure map like your house and put things in your house onto the treasure map. There's the castle. So I've got 3 things on my treasure map. Well, no more than 3 now, but I've got to get from the start to the treasure, and I'm going to put a purple line to show people where to go. And you've got to go to the castle to get the key for the treasure box. So on mine, I'm going to go up here and then round the forest. But I can't go over here because of the lake. So, oh, but there's a volcano in the way. So I'm going to have to come down here and then go to the castle, get the key, and go to the treasure. That is my treasure map. Wow, here it is, my finished treasure map. And I think it looks really old, don't you? And I think a pirate might have used it. What you can also do is roll it up into a scroll like this to keep it safe, and then it's a secret. I really enjoyed making a treasure map. It was such good fun. You can also use the paper to write on or draw pictures or even write a story on and make it look really old. Anyway, I'll see you in another episode of N.E.S.T Kids. Bye!